Paul Casey now trying to replicate what he just saw, minus the divot. Now this is probably going to catch the rough on the right side, unless he gets lucky, which he did. 16. He is 9 under. Already with a win on his resume this year at Puerto Rico.
The ability to make one of these putts around the other guys aren't making, just one around for a tournament.
Back up the hill, moving to the right. I thought he was borrowing a little too much on that. Predictable. He could use that slope left of that hole location to get it down there. And that's exactly where he played it. Oh, that is perfect. It's got to pick up a little speed down that hill. Out of there, Roger.
Yeah, and it's not a sand-filled divot. It is a fresh divot, and it's sitting down a little bit. So 152, he can't go aiming at the flag, I don't think. Back in the
It did carry. It did, Raj.
It did carry. And it kind of came up here.
And it jumped right up on that rock. That's like a pinball game right there.
Straight down that rock.
In there, so he's got to hit directly down, catch the back of the ball. Looked like he caught it nicely.
See what he's able to do with it. 17.
All right, see if Jordan Spieth can make this downhill left to right breaking putt. Boy, every player, John, they're just reading too much break.
Got to be like a bunker shot here.
All right, chipped it in.
Well, that's the decision I was talking about. He had to make, because it was going to be awkward as to whether he. Came out soft. This has got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, just getting across it.
Well, it's makeable. Got it down there, so. Whoa.
Here. 309 yards, so just 70 yards left of the hole. Oh, no. That was not very good.
Bogey.
A little ridge there, about 8 or 10 feet in front of him, so fairly slow putt. Looks like he's gripping way down on the club, so going with one with less loft, try to drive it in low.
That's exactly the shot he's trying to play. See if it'll skip back. Oh, it does. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
From the Olympics, Justin Rose. Second shot from 142 yards. Had a chance to talk with his instructor, Sean Foley, this morning as Justin was warming up. Said, I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's got 97 yards left. He, too, trying to drive it down low. Not bad.
Here with his third at this par 5.
Just flips it up there with spin. It's about as good as you
Just
can
a
do.
shade to his left.
Well,
He was
Positioned nicely in the middle of a lot of fairways on this back 9.
Really has, Dan. This is from 135. Got to hit it far enough from this distance, and he doesn't.
An Olympic gold medal, Gary, that he had from his U.S. Open win at Marion. Man, that's amazing, powerful stuff. His Sunday, again, the final round Monday tomorrow, will be in challenging conditions. And Johnny, even though
Take it across the mounds down the left-hand side, John, with this helping breeze, a little bit from the right as well. If you block it here, easy to get in trouble on the right.
playing a draw around the corner.
Yeah, he's taking it right across those mounds, Johnny. That should be very good.
Yeah, that'll shorten a hole in a hurry. That thing is running.
as you say, Roger, particular manufacturer, announcing that it's going to close its doors, transition out of the golf industry. These guys still playing those clubs. They love them. They love that equipment with a little chip here with an open blade popping it up.
Going with sort of an unusual
Hoffman from just below. Coming up the hill, not enough.
Everybody leaves that putt short.
Just to clarify so now at 15, Kaufman for par.
Oh, he's right. Sure enough.
9 iron, 191. Let's see.
Might have a contrail on it, Raj.
It jumped up in the air. It's going to land short, and we'll just see how much it'll chase into that upslope. Well, that's okay. That's a good shot.
On tour, no doubt about it. He hardly gets past, halfway on both sides. Just a little bit past. That's it right there from
Where he is.
Yeah, 153 left, so this had to be a drive in the 340-yard range. 492-yard par 4 it's playing today.
Nice tempo.
Started the ball a little left of the hole, working it a little to the right. That's a pretty shot.
Way to break through. Long birdie look at 14.
About 50 feet. Tough to get the pace of this putt. This green kind of runs away from the players, and it's hard to see.
Gotta slow down.
Yeah, that's the danger. I've seen that a lot.
Uphill, but it's still got some speed. Except that one.
10 feet. Did we jinx him? No. David kind of carried over into today. Now Casey for par at 14.
Little left to right shot.
Got to be careful those left bunkers. There's the target.
And he is playing that shot left to right, going up the right side of the fairway. I think that'll be fine.
A lot of guys miss it in the right rough.
We're aware of it, and I think he's used that again today.
Yeah, he seems pretty calm. A lot like he looks a little like Dustin Johnson, and he's starting to sort of have that kind of look on his face, just sort of go along.
Back to get within one, and Walker walks it in.
That is a hard hole location up on that plateau. Just 4 birdies today. And that is an excellent shot.
Yeah, this one's a knockdown from 141 yards. And that's going to come back down.
Yeah, that's the one thing you have to avoid, isn't it?
See if you can follow the Gary Koch red arrow.
What's that wind doing, Roger?
It's against and a little from the right. Which is going to increase the spin of the ball, so take it in behind and let it work for you.
Kind of like that. Kind of like Gary Zero off the slope. Third, this par 5.
It's got a big swing to the right. I was out there this morning. Probably 6-7 feet of break.
Watch this one.
Whoa, that was a good try.
Pretty flat up here on this plateau. I think everyone thinks it might turn left, but it actually moves a little to his right.
Can't see it, huh?
No, you
An
can't see.
opportunity here to increase his lead.
There is a putt.
Ryan Moore, you see his position in the 11th projected spot right now. His third of the par 5. This guy is sitting at 9 under. 3 under on the round. As he does a little flat cutting coming home.
Isn't too shabby, normally.
Yeah, there you go.
Birdie putt here from just under 16 feet. This one down the hill. Not much break.
Good.
Where that hole's cut is not a particularly big plateau. It takes a pretty good shot to get it up on the right line. Hello. 7 iron here. Just a little right of the hole.
Good shot. Really good shot. How about this? Well, he said after his round yesterday, he's as close to hitting it as good as he ever has in his career.
Short range for Ryan Moore, and you talk about having your game together. 31 holes in a row without a drop shot.
Let's go, Scott!
Okay, this a little off to the hole. Looks like it needs to get up, too.
Yeah, it does. Just turning left.
He might have made it. Ooh, that's a good putt.
And finish things off here. Coming off birdie at 17. Look at this hole, Johnny. It's just a really good par 5.
It is. You need a good tee shot. You got to fit it in there.
That one's heading right up
Their
there.
second shot down the hill, Noda.
He's swirling around, finding a little help, just trying to jump all over a 9-iron.
Wow, this club. This
37 of 37 this week.
I guess it's good then. Is that the point?
Yes. Pick it up. 38 from inside
Or you
5.
can go farther left with a driver.
I like the conservative play myself, Gary.
I agree. Earlier today, Vaughn Taylor drove it all the way down the bottom of the hill, though. Raj had about 75 yards to the hole and made an easy birdie.
Okay, this is going to be fine, too.
Yeah, you really don't gain a lot by trying the driver. You're going to put the ball in the fairway up the top there. You'll push the ball some 12 feet past the hole. So this for par.
That muffin.
Yeah, it is some 5 or 6 yards past the hole today.
Shot playing downhill, downwind. And you don't want to get it on the wrong side of the muffin.
That's not going to be on the wrong side of the muffin. Been unlucky that
3
it's
down, downwind, as I said, and downhill. I got to believe this is a wedge. Wanted to be aggressive.
It should spin back, come back. Right, isn't it, Raj?
Yeah, it is. It is. Now, his second shot reacted as I thought it should. I think Paul Casey got kind of a bad break, his ball landing as softly as it did. He landed it right on the front. I think his second should have been right next to the hole.
Oh, you might be right, Raj, if he just hits it.
High backswing, real high up, and then a high fall through, sort of a hold off fall through. It looks pretty darn good.
It's a pretty shot.
Just a little short. That's a nice one, though. That's a really good spot to even make that shot. It's getting better by the minute, actually. Some guys are reaching at the bigger hitters. Easiest hole on the golf course today. 4.6 average, even in the wind.
Maybe a little further right than he'd have wanted it.
Yeah. But missed until this week.
Drive to Chapel. And this for a 1-under round at 70.
It's got to be hit right, or otherwise our leader could lose his lead.
Get right. Get right.
He's got it going at the left portion of the green. Got good high position.
Look at this.
What a golf shot.
Paul Casey.
See if you can hit the shot right. Sort of splash. Did not see that break. And one of the reasons.
Birdie at 16. And an eagle finish for Casey. Just a tap-in after a spectacular second shot. 366.